my God! My BBL has bursted!
Tonia was 23 years old and a part 3 student at the university, studying economics. If you saw her walking on campus, you will probably notice one thing first. She was very slim. Not the kind of slim that people call sexy slim. No, she was talking flat chest, flat buttocks. No curves whatsoever, just straight up and down like a ruler. It was not like she didn't eat. Trust me, she ate well. Rice, beans, Agba, just name it. But her body refused to add weight. It was hereditary. Her father was slim, her mother was slim, even her 2 younger siblings were slim. They were all built the same way, and there was nothing any of them could do about it. She lived in the university hostel with 3 other girls, Shioma, Blessing, and Jennifer. They shared room 24 in Queen's Hall. While Tonia was struggling with her flat body, these girls were blessed with curves. They had everything in the right places. Living with them had been Tonia's biggest challenge since she has entered the university. Tonia, come and see the dress I bought. Shioma called her one Saturday afternoon. She was holding up a tight bodycon dress, the kind that shows every curve. Tonia looked at the dress and smiled. It's fine. You should try it. Jennifer chipped in, laughing. Oh, wait. It won't even have anywhere to hold on your body. Blessing burst into laughter. Jennifer, you are wicked though. I'm serious. Tonia, you need to start eating more. At least, drink some smoothies or something. You can't be looking like broomstick forever. Tonia forced a smile and went back to her corner of the room. This was her daily reality. The jokes, the laughter, the constant reminders that she wasn't shaped like them. And the worst part, they thought it was just a harmless teasing. They did not know how deep their walls cut. Sometimes, she would stand in front of the mirror after they've all left for class, just staring at her body. She would turn to the side, hoping to see some curve, some hip, just something, but there was nothing. Just a straight, shapeless body staring back at her. God, why did you make me like this? She whispered to herself one evening. What did I do wrong? The teasing about her body was one thing, but the boyfriend situation made everything worse. Shioma's boyfriend, Amaka, was a final year engineering student who drove a Lexus SUV. He would pick her up every Friday evening and they go out for dinner at expensive restaurants. He bought her clothes, shoes, bags, everything she needed. Blessing was dating a guy who worked in one of the oil companies. This man was sending her money every week. Sometimes she would just casually say, "My baby sent me 100K today." Jennifer's own boyfriend was a Yahoo boy. They all knew it, but nobody said anything. He would send her money for hair, nails, clothes, and even her school fees. She was living comfortably. And Tonia, she had nobody. Zero. Not even one guy showing serious interest. It was not like guys did not approach her at all, but the ones who did were always broke. She's talking about guys who would ask her out and suggest they go to Mr. Biggs for a date. Mr. Biggs? In this 2024 economy, some would even suggest they buy roasted plantain and granuts and sit by the roadside. She was not demanding for too much. She just wanted someone who could at least help her bills, pay her small stuffs, take her to decent places. Was that too much to ask? One day, she was studying in the library when a guy approached her. He was a tall and dark guy. "Hello, my name is Kelvin," he said. "I've been watching you for a while. Can I sit?" She nodded, and he sat down beside her. They talked for about an hour. It seemed nice. She was beginning to think, finally, maybe this one is different. Then he said, "So, I really like you. I would like to take you out for this weekend. Maybe we can go to that new joint that just opened near the school gates. I heard their small shops is just 500 naira. Hey, way! Look at this guy, looking for 500 naira small shops." Meanwhile, Amaka was taking Chioma to Genesis restaurant where one plate of food was 15,000 naira. She smiled politely. "Let me think about it and get back to you." He never heard from her again. Was she being too picky? Maybe, but she couldn't help comparing her situation with her roommates. They had guys who could afford to spoil them, and she had guys offering her 500 naira small shops. But the real breaking point came on a Tuesday afternoon. Tonia was in the room when Chioma rushed in, screaming, "Girls, girls, come and see." They all rushed outside, and there it was, a brand new Toyota Corolla parked in front of their hostel. "Amaka bought it for me." Chioma was jumping up and down. "He said I deserve it for being a good girl." The whole hostel gathered around the car. Girls were taking pictures, congratulating her, and wishing they had what she had. Tony stood there watching them. "This would have been mine if I had a good body," she thought to herself. "This would have been me receiving a car if I had curves like Chioma." That night, she could not sleep. She kept tossing and turning. Blessing was snoring. Jennifer was chatting with her boyfriend on a video call, and Chioma was probably dreaming about her new car. And Tonia, she was drowning in self-pity. Her best friend, Ada, noticed something was wrong the next day. Ada was not her roommate, but they had been friends since year one. She was one of the few people who genuinely cared about Tonia. "Tonia, what is wrong?" Ada asked as they sat under the tree near the Faculty of Arts. "You have not been yourself lately." Tonia broke down and told her struggles. The teasing, the comparison, the boyfriend situation, and now she felt worthless because of her body. Ada held her hand. "Tonia, you are beautiful. You don't need to look like Chioma or Blessing to be valuable. The right man will come and he will love you for who you are, not just your body." Tonia shook her head. "You don't understand, Ada. It's easy for you to say because you have hips, you have shape. Me, I'm just flat everywhere. No guy wants a girl like me unless he's broke." "That is not true." "It is true." Tonia cut her off. "Look around you. All the girls getting attention, getting gifts, getting cars. They all have one thing in common. They have good shape, and I don't have." Ada sighed. "So, what are you going to do?" Tonia did not answer her because truly she did not know. Depression started to creep in. She started skipping classes. She stopped going to the cafeteria. She became self-conscious about everything. The way she walked, the way she dressed, even the way she sat down. She felt like everyone was staring at her flat body and judging her. One evening, she was lying on her bed, scrolling through Instagram, when she saw a post of one of those Instagram slay queens. She had posted a before and after picture. In the before picture, she was slim like Tonia. In the after picture, she had curves. The caption read, "Best decision I have ever made. Thank you, Dr. Slim Body. Hashtag BBL. Hashtag new body. Hashtag living my best life." Tonia clicked on her profile and saw many pictures. She looked amazing. Her waist was small, her hips were wide, and her buttocks were round and firm. She looked like a completely different person. Tonia started reading the comments. Other girls were asking where she did it, how much it cost, and if it was painful. She was responding to everyone, giving them the doctor's contacts and encouraging them to invest in themselves. That night, Tonia could not sleep again. She kept thinking about that girl's transformation. If she could do it, why couldn't she? The next morning, she opened Google and typed, "How to get bigger buttocks fast." The results were overwhelming. There were exercise, creams, pills, and then she saw it again, BBL. She clicked on one of the links and started reading. BBL is a cosmetic surgery where they take fat from other parts of your body and inject it into your buttocks to make them bigger and more rounded. And the recovery time is just a few weeks. She kept reading, scrolling through pictures of successful BBL transformations. This woman looked incredible. "This is it," she told herself. "This is the answer I have been looking for." Then she scrolled down to the price section and zoomed well to see if she was saying well. 1.5 million naira. She screamed, 1.5 million? Blessing, who was lying on her bed, looked up. "Tonia, what happened?" "Nothing," she said quickly, closing her phone. Where would she get 1.5 million? She was working part-time at a supermarket near the school, and her monthly salary was just 70,000 naira. Even if she saved every single kobo without eating or spending on anything else, it would take her over 21 months to raise that amount. But she had already made up her mind. She was going to do this BBL, no matter what it took. Tonia got serious with her goal. She started saving every naira she earned. A 70,000 naira monthly salary from the supermarket was no longer enough, so she looked for more jobs. She started selling recharge cards in the hostel. She buy them in bulk from a dealer downtown and sell them with a small profit. It was not much, but every 100 naira counted. She also started braiding hair for girls in the hostel. She wasn't a professional, but she could do simple styles like cornrows and Ghana weaving. She charged 2,000 to 3,000 naira, depending on the style, and the business was good. On weekends, she would go to the market and help one woman who sold provisions. She would give Tonia 3,000 naira per day. It was exhausting work, but she needed the money. She stopped buying new clothes. While her roommates were buying the latest fashion, she was wearing the same outfit on rotations. They noticed, of course. "Tonia, you have been wearing these jeans since last month," Jennifer pointed out one day. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine," she lied. "I'm just trying to save money." She also started eating less, not because she wanted to lose weight, but because she wanted to save the money she would have spent on food. She would skip breakfast, eat a small lunch, and sometimes skip dinner too. Ada noticed the change. "Tonia, you are losing too much weight. Are you sick?" I'm fine, she assured her, just busy with school and work. But Ada was not convinced. You are not fine. You have changed. You are always working, always tired, always looking stressed. What is going on, my friend? Tonia wanted to tell her about the BBL plan, but she knew Ada would try to talk her out of it, so she kept quiet. Months passed. She was saving diligently, but the money was adding up too slowly. By the 6th month, she had only managed to save 380,000 naira. At those rates, it would take her years to reach 1.5 million. She was getting frustrated and desperate. She even started skipping classes more often so she could work extra hours. Her grades began to drop, but she did not care. All she could think about was getting that BBL and finally having the body that would make guys to notice her. Then one day, as she was scrolling through Instagram during her break at the supermarket, she saw an ad. It was from a cosmetic surgery center called Perfect Shape Clinic. The post showed beautiful pictures of before and after of women who had done BBL with them. But what caught her attention was a caption: mega promo, 70% off of all BBL procedure this month. Originally priced at 1.5 million, now just 450,000 naira. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Limited slots available. Book now. She read it again to make sure she was not dreaming. 450,000 naira. She had 380,000 naira saved already. She only needed 70,000 naira more, and her next salary was coming in 2 weeks. This was it. This was her chance. Without thinking twice, she clicked on the link in their bio and filled out the appointment form. Within minutes, she received a confirmation message. Thank you for booking with Perfect Shape Clinics. Your appointment is confirmed for the next month. Please make payment to complete your booking. She was so excited. She wanted to scream, jump and dance. Anything to express the joy she felt. Finally, she was going to have the body she always wanted. Finally, she was going to be like Shoma, Blessing and Jennifer. Finally, guys were going to notice her and treat her like a queen. The day of Tonia's surgery arrived faster than she expected. She had told her roommate she was traveling home for a family emergency. They did not suspect anything. She also told Ada she needed some time away from school to clear her head. Ada was worried, but respected her decision. Tony took a bus from school, and after 4 hours of travel, she arrived at the address they had sent to her. She walked in. The reception area was clean but small. There were posters of beautiful women with amazing bodies plastered all over the walls. Soft music was playing in the background. A young lady at the reception desk smiled at her. Good afternoon. Welcome to Perfect Shape Clinic. Do you have an appointment? Yes, my name is Tonia, she said. The receptionist checked her computer. Ah, yes, Tonia. BBL procedure rights. Please have a seat. The doctor will see you shortly. Tonia sat down. This was really a dream, becoming a reality. In a few hours, she will have the body she had always dreamt of. About 20 minutes later, a man in a white coat came out with a friendly smile. Miss Tonia, he called. She stood up. Yes, that's me. I'm Dr. Johnson. Please follow me. He led her to a small office and asked her to sit down. He pulled out a form and started asking her questions. Her age, medical histories, if she had any allergies, if she was on any medication. She answered all these questions honestly. Then he explained the procedure to her. We will put you under anesthesia. Make small incisions. Extract fat from your abdomen and thigh. Process it and then inject it into your buttocks. The whole procedure takes about 2 to 3 hours. You will need to stay here for 2 days for observation. Then you can go home. Recovery takes about 4 to 6 weeks. It all sounded straightforward. She did not ask too many questions because she was just eager to get it done. Do you have any questions? He asked. She shook her head. No, I'm ready. He smiled. Great, let's get you prepared. They took her to a small room that looked like an operating theater. A nurse helped her change into an hospital gown and prepared her for the surgery. The last thing she remembered was the anesthesia mask being placed over her face, and then everything went blank. When she woke up, she was in a recovery room. Her lower body felt numb and heavy. She tried to move, but the pain was much. Don't move, a nurse said, rushing to her side. You just had surgery. You need to rest. She lay there for 2 days and the pain was intense, but the nurse kept giving her painkillers. On the 3rd day, Dr. Johnson came to check up on her. Everything went well, he said with a smile. Your body is responding nicely. You will see the results in a few weeks once the swelling goes down. She was discharged on the 4th day with a long list of instructions. She went back to the school with mixed feeling of excitement and pain. After about 3 weeks, the swelling went down and Tonia could finally see the results. She stood in front of the mirror in the hostel bedroom one morning and she couldn't believe what she saw. Her buttocks were round and firm, exactly like the Instagram pictures she had seen. Her hips looked wider and her waist looked smaller. She actually had a shape now. She smiled at her reflection. Finally, she whispered, finally, I am beautiful. She started wearing tight clothes, bodycon dresses, skinny jeans, leggings, anything to show off her new body. And the attention she received was immediate. Guys who never looked at her twice was suddenly sliding into her DM. She was getting compliments everywhere she went. Tonia, you are looking good though. Something is different about you lately. Some would ask. She would just smile and said, I have been working out. Even her roommates noticed. Tonia, you have added weight. Shioma said, what have you been doing? I have changed my diet, guys. And I have started working out. And I'm also on a weight gain supplement. Oh, that is impressive. Whatever you are doing is really working. Her roommate told her. Within a month, she had 3 guys asking her out. Not broke guys offering her 500 naira small shops, but guys with money. One of them is driving a Mercedes Benz. Another one owned a filling station and a big boutique. They took her to expensive restaurants, bought her clothes and shoes. And for the first time in her life, she felt like she was living the life her roommate had been living. She felt like she had finally arrived. And for about 2 months, life was perfect. She was getting attention, getting gifts, and getting the validation she had been craving for so long. On a Wednesday afternoon, Tonia was walking across the campus, wearing a tight dress that showed off her new curves. She felt confident and beautiful as she was rocking her new body. She was walking past the science faculty when she felt a strong sensation in her lower body. It felt like something had shifted, like something was wrong. She stopped walking and touched her buttocks. It felt softer than usual, almost deflated on one side. Then she felt a sharp pain and unbearable. She screamed. Students around her rushed over. Are you okay? What happened? She tried to speak, but the pain was too much. She looked down and saw blood seeping through her dress. "Oh my God, she's bleeding!" someone shouted. Everything became blur after that. She remembered being carried to the school clinic, the nurse making calls, an ambulance arriving and being rushed to the hospital. The doctors at the hospital examined her, and their faces told her everything she needed to know. Something was terribly wrong. "Your BBL has ruptured," one of the doctors said, "and there is severe infection. We need to operate you immediately." Tonia started crying. "Please save me, please." They rushed her into surgery. When she woke up hours later, her parents were there. Someone from school had called them. Her mother was crying. Her father looked devastated. The doctor explained everything to them. The clinic where she did the BBL was illegal. The doctor who performed the surgery was a quack with no medical proper training. The materials they used were substandard and contaminated. Her body had rejected the implants, causing the rupture and the infection. "We have removed all the foreign materials from her body," the doctor said, "but the damage is extensive. She will need multiple surgeries to repair the tissue damage and treat the infection. It's going to be a long recovery." Her parents spent money they did not have. They borrowed from family, from friends, from everyone they could. Tonia spent 6 months in the hospital. 6 months of pain, regret, and tears. 6 months of wishing she could turn back time and undo the worst decision of her life. Ada visited her regularly. She never said, "I told you so," but Tonia could see the sadness in her eyes. During those 6 months, Tonia had a lot of time to think. She thought about how she had almost died, chasing validation from people who did not really care about her. She thought about how she had risked her life just to attract guys who were only interested in her body. She thought about all the warnings Ada had given her, all the signs she had ignored, all the red flags she had dismissed. When she was finally discharged, she was broken, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. She had scars on her body that would never go away. She had spent all her savings and put her parents in debt. She had wasted 6 months of her life in the hospital bed. But she had learned a valuable lesson. True beauty comes from within. No amount of surgery, enhancements, or physical change can give you real confidence or real words. She stopped comparing herself with other girls. She stopped chasing guys who only cared about her body. She stopped trying to be someone she was not. She went back to school, a different person. She focused on her studies, graduated with good grades, and got a good job. 2 years later, she met a man named Shidi. He was not the richest guy, but he was kind and genuinely interested in who she was as a person, not just what she looked like. They dated for a year and then he proposed. They got married and had beautiful wedding. And here is the ironic part. After she gave birth to their first child, her body changed naturally. Her hips widened, her buttocks became fuller, her body developed curves she had desperately tried to buy with surgery. She looked at herself in the mirror one day and laughed. "This is what almost cost me my life. This is what I tried to get through shortcuts and dangerous surgery. And God gave it to me, naturally, in His own time." Now, whenever she sees young girls struggling with body image issues or contemplating cosmetic surgery because of pressure from social media or society, she shares her story with them. She tells them about the pain, the regrets, the scars, and the lessons she learns in the hard way. She tells them that their worth is not determined by the size of their buttocks or chest. She tells them that the right person will love them for who they are, not what they look like. She tells them that beauty is not just what the eye sees. True beauty lies within, in your character, your intelligence, and your strengths. And most importantly, she tells them, never risk your life trying to meet society's standard of beauty. You are perfectly made just as you are. This is Tonia's story. A story that will hopefully save someone else from making the same mistakes she made. We finally come to the end of today's story. This story is brought to you by Tales by Timmy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye.